Welcome to the Lights Out Podcast. This is Chris Lights Out Lytle, and this is our journey to document the history of mixed martial arts. I have brought with me my friend, the MMA detective Mike Davis, and together we will preserve the history and hear some great stories from the world in the era of the no-holds-barred. Thank you and enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a guy known as the Sandman all the way from Brazil by way of Florida. Now I should say in Florida by way of Brazil. Jorge Santiago. What's up, brother?
How's it going, Mike? All good, man. Thanks for having me.
So we got connected with you through Jay-Z. He should be joining us soon. Probably within the next 30 minutes. I think he's on Brazil time, is what you guys refer to it as?
Nah, he has his own time, to be honest. Ever since we became a parent, we became parents, we just became we just added a couple more minutes, 15 minutes more.
That's good. So let's start with the plugs, man. Let's start with your gym, where you're at.
Sure. Right now I'm in Florida. I'm still in Florida, now a little bit north in Boynton Beach, Florida. After retire, opened the gym in 2016. Ever since I've been in the same place, teaching jiu-jitsu for adults and kids. Still work with two professional fighters, Kamaru Usman and Justin Gaethje, on the side. And dad, 4 kids, married, and that's it.
That's good, man. That's good. So yeah, you've been in Kamaru Usman's camp since the very beginning of his career. Justin Gaethje for a very big part now. Yeah,
very big part now. Happy to join the group. They have a great thing going on over there in Denver with Trevor Whitman. Happy to become part of the team, and it fit great. It was great to have them, to be with them.
That's good. Let's talk about your beginnings. So you come to the United States. Did you? Your first fight we have is November 2nd, 2002. Did you have fights in Brazil prior to this?
No fucking way. It was basically Boyle leaving Brazil, helping Dan Lambert to open American Top Team. One of the first MMA gyms, I believe, in the United States, besides Militich and the guys up there north. And that was it. Got here July. Libor just said, take it off the gi, Now we train in MMA, and not too long right after, they had a chance to get me in a fight in New Jersey. And that was it,
Okay. So did you know Liborio from Brazil, or did you have a go-between?
No, I was his student in Brazil. Actually, I was Murilo Bustamante student. Oh, yeah. So Carlson Gracie came to America, left all the guys there. They started Brazilian Top Team as an early purple belt, training with the guys, got to meet Liborio at Brazilian Top Team.
So you came in as a teenager to the Brazilian Top Team, Mario Sperry, Bustamante.
Yeah. Watching these guys training, yeah.
How old were you?
I started on 17, I believe 17 years old. 17, 16. Yeah, 17 actually.
And you're a junior, senior in high school.
Yeah.
And you're in the same room with Bustamante and all those guys.
Yeah, I was in the early morning competition training, and I used to sit on the sidelines and just watch the MMA fights. The guys training MMA, Paulo Filho, Big Nog, Little Nog, Murilo Bustamante. It was a bunch Pequeno, a bunch of guys, a bunch of good guys. And here, there, they need someone to just, hey, can you go inside his guard and punch with the big gloves? And that's how it started, little by little, but and it was just happening, with time.
So you're in high school. These guys are all over TV, some of the biggest stars in the world, and they need you punching on the inside guard.
Whenever they need someone, and hey, you look like you can deliver some punches, and can you survive for the last 2 minutes? Kid, just go inside, and that was about it,
Oh man, dude. So
Ricardo, Arona, these guys all training. It was scary. It's scary to me, to be honest.
And you're watching them on Pride on the weekends.
That was so fucking weird. That was what a trip. I was
Okay.
glad to be in the right place in the right time. Let me be honest with you.
So how do you get chosen to go to Florida for the American Top Team?
So everything happened so fast. I think Liguori came with Murilo Bustamante for the UFC when they fought, I think Dave Mene or Matt Lino. I don't remember. One of those guys defended the title. And he met Dan Lambert and they had opportunity to start a team, MMA team. So, but it was like 2 months. So Liguori gathering all his stuff in Brazil. He was a manager in Brazil, in the bank. And he decided, I'm leaving. And at that moment, in short notice, he only could get like a couple of students. I guess he saw the potential on me too. He invited me. I don't think he realized I would say yes. And in 4 weeks, I got all my stuff together and just, let's go. Mom, I'm leaving. This is what I want for my life. Let's give a shot. And that's all. That was it.
Go ahead.
So he got me here. He got 3 students, Reizinho, Emir Bussad, Tubarão, and myself. Yeah. Later we met some other guys. Later some other guys came in, like Juan Carneiro, Jucão, Marcel Ferreira. But we already here. Like it was a little 2,000 square feet gym, American Top 10. That's how it started.
So you got all you guys your passports. You don't speak any English.
Zero. Got here, hey, you food. Oh, food, good. Now I know.
Yeah, food.
Food.
That's the best way to learn, though, man.
Oh man, yeah, necessity, right?
So you get here, and then how soon before you arrive, before you start fighting?
So I got here July. I got here 21 years old. July 2000, 2001. At the same year, I fought.
No, you got there July 2002.
No, 2002. I got, sorry, 2002.
So your first fight, you got your housing, you got your passport, your visa, your food. Your fight and how you do in that fight, the pressure is much different than somebody else.
Oh my God! If you see it, they have those those videos from the fight. I look like a little kid, like a little corner in the bus going like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Everybody's speaking English. I have no idea what they're saying. Liguori, I knew I had told me I had a fight. Like, let's see if it's that this is going to be my future or not. It was kind of scary, very exciting. Not sure if I was ready for, but I made it the best that I could, and I won. It was actually a good fight.
Yes. Yeah. So your first fight, Joseph Agostini, you win by knee bar. Your second fight is at hook and shoot. So at hook and shoot, Jay Martin is your opponent. He's 3-0. Here in the Midwest, we've got camps that supply bodies to help events go. They're not all-star guys. They're not, spectacular by any means, but they help fill a card, and it's very important.
100%.
When they announced American Top Team versus a guy from Animal House, I was there. I was like,
oh really?
This is going to be ugly. Yeah. So Jay Martin, 14 seconds, completely unconscious.
Oh my God, that was wild. That was a kid. He was a kid because my teammate fought before he lost to John Fairclough or some.
Ron Fairclough.
Yeah. I was so pissed off. Like, how we didn't come all the way here to lose. So let me just unload this fucking thing. If he lands, it was full of hate. Like, no, someone has to eat some shit. My friend just lost.
So about 14 seconds later, he's unconscious. And was Jay-Z, were you at the event at Hook and Shoot?
Oh, he's here?
No, Jay-Z, you got to unmute your stuff, brother.
I don't think he was here. I don't think he came. Fica por aí,
Good
Camille.
guy here. What's up? What's up?
What's up?
JC,
No, I
when
wasn't.
you were at the Hook and Shoot, when did you come into Jorge's life? When did you start showing up at American Top Team?
I show up in America Top Team 2003, but
right.
George and I, we just become like we just got into each other's life more like together later.
Yeah, we
Took a
tried to
while
kill each
for
other
us to
first.
click. Yeah.
So George, JC said that in an interview. At first, you guys butted heads a lot. What was that? What was that reason?
I don't know. There's like someone came here and like we just started MMA and live and breathe MMA, sleep MMA. I don't know. I was like, man, this guy he don't talk to nobody. Let's see what's up in the sparring day. And I guess he felt the same way. We just fighting until one day, you know. I mean, Marcelo Silveira won that American Top Team honors. He used to do like, if you don't get along with someone, they put you in the same room with him. Maybe that's why we got along, right, JC?
Yeah. No, first George used to think I was cocky, the way I walk, the way I talk. I would talk, but George is the one who barely talks. You guys can hear well? Are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then actually was Marco Silveira, Marcão Oliveira, who got us together. Who is like there's another friend, another fighter who started to hang out with George and Pitbull. And then I was a good friend of him, Science Brazil. And then we start hanging out together more. And then eventually George and I we figured out what was it. We are very alike, very similar style in many stuff. And that's why like you butt the heads a little bit.
Well, George, if you look at your career as a whole and how you came here, if you just subtract a few fights from it, it's a Hall of Fame career.
I mean, you got some good ones, yeah. I would say I have some good ones that I'm proud of, yeah, for sure.
And like you're right there, like Justin Weeman, AFC 4. Justin Weeman was a very durable, hard opponent, and you finished him with a triangle. Manny Gambirian, the king, you had like a curse with King of the Cage, though.
Yeah.
King of the Cage.
I feel that. I feel that way too. It didn't work out in my head. I think ever since Manny Gambirian, nothing worked at the King of the Cage. Diego Santos, Joey Villasenor, right? Even then, I got good opponents. Tough.
Yeah, you never fought. You don't have a lot of fat on your record.
I don't think so, Joe.
No, not at all. Like Derrick Noble. Derrick Noble was as tough as nails. He's got to win over Thiago Alves, UFC veteran.
Yeah, Derrick Noble. That people were scared about that guy. I remember those days. Yeah, he went to fight in Russia.
One fight that stuck to me was Lavern Clark. He was a UFC veteran. Remember him? Yeah, we fought. That was the same card that we fought. I think it was my first fight, and we fought on the same card.
You fought Joe Lazon, right? Joe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Me, you, and Thiago Pitbull. So
Thiago Alves fought Marcus Davis. He wins by split decision. You fight Joe Lauzon, and everybody, they look at Joe and they just go, who cares? He's very easy, but he's a fucking savage.
Yeah.
And you, Lavern Clark, who's one of the most durable, and Lavern Clark's grimy as fuck.
I hear about that.
What do you remember about fighting Lavern Clark?
I remember. He was, I remember. Crazy. But I remember a couple of people being worried about it. And some reason, like, you know what? I'm going to submit this guy. I'm not going to do straight punches with this guy. He's a good boxer. He was in UFC. I remember. Yeah. I have no clue much about who he was. And that's one thing I didn't want to know much about my opponents back then. Like, I don't care what he does. I'm going to do what I do. Same when I fought Jeremy Horn. You're like, oh, he's a great jiu-jitsu fighter. You're gonna be a very good problem for you. I'm like, oh man, fuck that. He likes jiu-jitsu, love it. I love it.
All
That's
right.
fun.
So when you fought Jeremy Horn, you were the first person to submit him in 6 years. And it also includes a win over Dean Lister. The same year, Dean Lister won the Absolute in Abu Dhabi. That's fucking impressive.
That's kind of cool, right?
Hey, Mike, it's great when we talk to you because we had the look on our career that we haven't ever really like thought, stop and think about it, you know? Because like you know everything, bro. Lavern Clark, yeah, like when you talk like man, that guy's a legend, you know, and that's how people see us. And like, oh shit, yeah, that's me.
Here,
the same way. Look.
here, Derrick Noble. When you watch the Euphoria, the MFC, you see a knockout where Derrick knocks a guy out with a left hook, and then as the guy's falling, he hits him 2 more times. Like his speed and hand placement is some of the best in the world. And Derrick Noble, dude, Thiago Alves had fits with him. Even at a last-minute replacement fight in the UFC, Derrick Noble almost knocked him out again.
Yeah,
it was. Funny because I remember those 2 short hooks, and I think I remember who he did with too. Yeah, he was fighting here at AFC at one point, like every time and finishing everybody at one point. Dan Lambert, like, hey, you gotta fight this guy now. You gotta honor the team because I think he beat Walt Dubois was one of our teammates, Thiago, and like someone else needs to fight. So I got elected, and I don't know if I did it. I in my opinion was an ugly fight, but I won.
Yeah. Lavern Clark, UFC veteran. You're the only one with finishes. Jay-Z, your fight with Joe Lauzon is surprisingly difficult, you know, especially because of where you were at that point. And Marcus Davis almost beat Thiago Alves that night.
Yeah.
It was a hard night for you guys.
It was a hard night. That's funny because we started like already like through them like with these big names. You know? We had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, what Dan would do is he would say, all right, you don't pay my guys anything. I fly them out. I pay for the hotel. And then you guys would fight all of the ticket sellers, the guys that like filled the show. And then you guys would all win. And like you would go and I mean, I know you guys are married now, but then you probably were not. And I'm not saying you guys, but the American Top Team guys would not only get their hand raised, they would walk out the venue with some of the women as well. Like it was, I saw it. I
don't remember much about that, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
You saw it.
And then like you guys would be in your track uniforms. Everybody would, you know, be in uniform. Yeah. Nobody would be speaking English. And we'd be in like Racine, Wisconsin. And I'd be like, oh man, those guys are here to fuck somebody up. This isn't good. Not enough for the local guys. This is not a good sign.
Man, we got very lucky, you know, to start this here, man. It's so nice. Remember now everything you're saying here. You make me remember the beginnings of coming to America, not speaking English and training and fighting, man. Oh man. It was a nice journey.
Yeah, good. Yeah, 100%. Not only a nice journey, Keith Wisniewski fought in the UFC, didn't have any luck in the UFC. He's one of the toughest motherfuckers I have ever seen. In your fight with him, you beat the shit out of him on April 5th, 2005. No, I'm sorry. It was December 6th, 2003, AFC 6. And you gassed out beating him up.
I got tired of beating him up. Like, what the fuck? Underestimate. It was my first lesson in MMA. I mean, one more lesson. Underestimate the point that then I didn't have the gas in the tank.
Yeah, but everybody did that with Keith, you know. We used to call him number 5 in everything. He's not a good wrestler. He's not a good striker. He's not a good grappler. You know, he doesn't have like number 5 everything. but his gas and toughness through the roof. So he
No.
made it harder for everybody, man. It was crazy.
We used to call him the English teacher, right? Or math teacher. He looked like a teacher.
Yeah.
He had glasses and
Yeah.
like he'd have tape on it. Like he'd have tape on the glasses because they were always broken.
Yeah. Who would have thought the guy could fight?
Here in Chicago, people would say, hey, that guy, Keith, he's the toughest guy in the building. And he'd be like, come on, man. That guy? Come on. And he was tough.
He was. Fighting UFC, I remember. Yeah, he was.
So John Cronk, you beat him. He claimed to be a WKA world champion. He says he's got 60 wins. Sometimes, like at this time in MMA, people would lie to feel good about themselves, but then they would lie to the wrong person. They would lie to the matchmaker. Like that's the guy you want to lie down to, not lie up to.
John Cronk, what a man. He just pulled this guy. I was here. I think it was Florida, right? I think King of the Cage, Florida.
King of the Cage, Florida. Yeah. Yeah. Claimed to be a Muay Thai champ. You armbar her in the second round. And you know, the good thing, like when I saw you coming around, I was at this next one. They bring in a guy from Pancrase. And when Pancrase fighters have a 500 record, like if they're 8-8, 16-16, they're generally incredibly tough because it's a Japan even record. This guy was 10-3-1 from the Pancrase system, Takuya Wada.
Yeah. I remember that little guy.
That was an AFC.
AFC.
I remember that one because that was here. We have everybody. Was it the War Memorial, right?
Yeah. I don't remember how it fit. I think I won, but how? I don't know.
Armbar.
Yeah. It was a tough guy.
Yeah, they wanted to test your gas tank. Like, okay, his gas tank failed in maybe like the last minute of the third round with Wisniewski. And with Keith, it was like 90% you, maybe less than 5% him. And then he gets his hand raised. And then it was, okay, let's bring in a guy from Japan. We need to see what this man is made of. They bring in Takuya Wada. You get a finish.
Yeah.
Diego Sanchez is your next bout. You were supposed to fight John Alessio for the title. They put Diego. I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but they slid him in last minute.
I guess that's what it was. Yeah, I was getting ready for John Alessio. You're right. John Alessio later fought Thiago Alves, right? Mm-hmm. But I was supposed to fight that guy. Short notice, they take it off. Got this kid from, I had no idea who he was. I knew he was tough, and then sure enough, he was tough as nail.
Grinder, 10-0 grinder. And Jackson, I wonder if they knew about fighting you before you knew about fighting them.
Good question.
He seemed very prepared for that.
Oh, his grounding pound was on point. He was back then, like at this time, and funny because we had a lot of fights in ring still. And he was very adept to the cage. I remember that. The grounding, his grounding pound, putting people on against the cage, I think was the one big thing for me that I had to find out with him. He was very acclimated with that kind of game.
And like I said, it seemed like he was more prepared. But John Alessio, Diego Sanchez is a wrestler and a grinder. John Alessio was more of a stand-up. You got a counter punch. It's two very different athletes to prepare for.
Very different. No, in my opinion, very different. I had no idea until like a couple of weeks. Hey, he's a wrestler. Like, oh, I thought I was fighting a boxer because John Alessio used to wear those boxing shorts and you just stand up and even shoes. But I guess they were ready. I think they knew what they wanted to do.
You guys also had problems, Jay-Z. You will probably confirm this. Sometimes you guys would go to the venue. The people would see, wait, they're fucking Brazilian. They flew themselves in, and they would be, I'm not fighting. Chris Liguori, I was at this fight as well as in Euphoria. I think this also falls into that category. Liguori was like 1-3. I think they pulled him from the locker room to fight you because your original opponent, I think, left.
Holy shit. I didn't know that. I was funny because I was in Amsterdam training from that fight. Training kickbox with Melvin Manhoff, Badahari, with all the guys there. I got to here to find out who I was going to fight, to be honest.
Did you go to Amsterdam at that time or right after? Because your next fight is Roman Vanicki, and that's in Holland. And then after that, you fight Jordan Radev.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was there, came here, had a fight, and went back there.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah. He went back to back because I remember he fought here and then he went back to Holland and tried to be like a striker to fight. He was fighting too much striking there, training a lot of kickboxing, and he thought he was like now I'm the best K1 fighter in the world.
Bro, they fucked me up on that bitch, on that place, man. They fucked me up until they became my friend and started teaching me. So I'm like, you know what? Now I'm a fucking stand-up fighter. I remember that.
Man, Radev was Peter Ertz's main training partner.
Oh yeah, Peter. Yeah. I mean, everybody was training together by that time, I think. But Badahari was scary. We used to train at Mike's gym.
Yeah.
In Holland too. It was a tough camp. Gago Drago, so many good names.
Man, brother, you don't have to answer this, man. But I have to ask. At this time in Holland, the Dutch Mafia was, man, brother, they were fucking crazy. Like, they were killing people in the gym and blowing cars up. Like, it was a very, very crazy time. Did you see any of that there?
No, to be honest, I didn't. It was like 2005. I don't know exactly, but maybe where I was, it didn't have much going on. But I always heard about it, but I never seen anything.
Jay-Z, everybody says that. Nobody sees anything.
Bro, come on. You never watch the movies?
Yeah, you're right.
We heard it happen, but I never seen it.
No.
We're from Brazil. Like, let me tell you something. When you go like in the favelas, that's the first thing. You don't see anything. You don't say anything. You don't hear anything. You know? That's it.
You don't know nothing.
We go outside. That's why we go. We get along. You know, we go all over. We have no problem. You know, that's why. We know respect from the beginning.
Name it. Even Japan Mafia. We don't see anything.
No.
Or Mafia. We don't know about that.
So the owner of Golden Glory died in prison and ran the company from his jail cell. That's how fucking, I mean, it's just crazy. So you come back after Radev and you get King.
Mike,
go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, let me tell you, because this one, like I don't say anything, but this was like a famous one. When Bobby Sapp pulled out the fight against Ernesto Rus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was there. I came to the event, I was late, and then I'm going on the backstage, you know, on the locker rooms, and I see on the aisle Peter Arts running with Muay Thai shorts, shoes, like dressing shoes, and the suit, just the top of the suit. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? What's happening? And like everybody speaking Dutch. You see, like the tension was like, I was quiet. I was like, what's happening? And then a friend of mine translated to me hey, Bob Sapp just ran out of the venue. They were trying to close the airport because like he was supposed to fight Ernesto Russo. Something happened. He wasn't going to fight anymore. And then Peter Arts took the fight because he was there to be a commentator. That's why he was wearing the suit. So Peter Arts took the fight at the spot. He left the table to fight. I was like, Jesus, man. But my concern was like, man, but that I think he's not gonna be able to get out of the country because they are really serious looking trying to close the airport.
So Bob at this point went to the event and tried to renegotiate the contract at the venue,
Oh,
and then left. Then he left.
People, yeah, that's you know what I like Holland. It's real. It's
yeah.
real.
Yes, it is. Yes, but a very ugly language though. Not a
Oh.
very attractive language.
Oh, man. Now, talking about mafia one time, I think this I can tell. I was with JC in Japan. Bro, we had this guy picking us up at the airport, bringing us all over the place. Nicest guy ever. Like, fuck, in a suit, very well dressed. Got in a nice, fancy sushi. And by the late at the time, I look at this guy like, Jay-Z, we are fucking screwed. Let's lose this motherfucker, man. He has no finger. He lost a fucking finger. I'm like, he already fucked up.
Yeah,
Let's cut him loose.
Yeah, Japan was, and you'd also have to have handlers. Was it Motoko? Who was your handler?
Motoko, yeah.
Motoko.
Mine was
Motoko.
after.
Davanish, or a female fighter, Motoko. Yeah.
Yeah. Cute. She was nice. She was a nice woman.
When you
know
fought,
she passed away
did
recently, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
She passed away.
Yeah.
When you fought at Wild Bill's Fight Night, Leopoldo Serrao, he was a Carlson Gracie guy. Was he sent there because of your affiliation with Liborio and a Brazilian top team?
I guess it was, because it was funny. He was crazy. The whole thing was a fucking movie. He was Liborio, like in the way in, Liborio and Pahumpa with me, Carlson the other side, fighting Liborio in the same at this all the time, the whole time, calling him Triator. JC, were you there?
No, I wasn't there.
Wait, but Jorge, I first met Jay-Z in Hammond when he fought Bart Pelazewski and Liborio was there and Carlson Gracie, and I watched it. I watched you traitor, Criange, and Jay-Z sees it and he leaves. He was very smart, man. He was very, very smart, man.
But that's not our fight. That's old school guys. They're like the grandmaster with the master. I'm like, what the fuck? And you see Carlson. The funny thing was he and there, they are not fighting. Carlson is fighting. Liborio is trying to talk to him, laughing, and all of a sudden, Carlson starts laughing, talking to him about the old times, and 1 second, oh shit, Triator, this is Triator. Then he reminds himself, like, oh no, I can't talk with this guy. It was a funny thing, man. And I don't know what Carlson also saw on me. Then he started like coming to me the whole week, like, hey, he trade me, he's gonna trade you too. Okay, but you're a good kid. Let's go outside. Let's
you're a good guy. But you're a good guy.
let's have a breakfast. No, swear to God, like I'll be in the hotel eating in the breakfast. He comes all the way across, look at me, look at my plate, and like start picking stuff out of my plate. This is not good for you. This is not good for you. This is good for you. They call it the agent, like, hey, bring this for him, like potato. Take the bacon out, taking this. No, it's not good for your cardio. We have to fight 2 days. Like, man, what a guy.
And you're fighting his student. Yeah.
His student.
Yeah.
But one thing, Leopoldo, he wasn't like he's like Leopoldo Serrão originally, he's from Luta Livre as well.
Luta Livre, just like you.
Yeah, exactly. And then after he went to Carlson, so he wasn't like they were trying to put the thing like a Carlson and Liborio because they have the rivalry, so they want to put it together to see those funny moments.
Yeah, must be, because it was funny the whole time.
Did you know that one of the promoters there was Andy Foster, who is the head of the California Athletic Commission?
No.
Yeah, that was one of his shows. I don't know if he was the promoter. I think he worked right for the promoter. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. It was a good show. It was a nice show.
Yeah. So you finish him. He was 12-4. I think your nickname at the time was Braddock. Braddock?
My name, my or his?
Yours.
I didn't know that. So that's new for me.
That's what I read the American Top Team press release. They said Jorginho Braddock Santiago.
Jorginho for sure.
I don't know, man. It was I got all of the old press releases, so I picked that off of there. So you finish him, and you go to Costa Rica. Did you get paid for your Costa Rica fight against Sidney Machado?
Got paid. Yes.
Okay, I know there was problems there. Okay.
No, it was a decent show. It was a nice show. It's small, but it was I got paid.
That was Soka, black belt under Soka, brother.
Yeah, went down with Amaury Bitatti.
Oh my God, a legend, brother.
Two of us. That guy.
You were there with Bitatti?
Just two of us. Funny as fuck. Man, I remember second round. I was trying to get inside this guy's guard to do ground and pound. He gave me a kick from the bottom, from his guard. I was gumming in. I was drowsy. I couldn't see shit. I walking around, waiting to the fight to finish. Ring was off. Bing, bing, bing. When I come to my corner, here comes a Murilo Bustamante with no shirt, shirtless, with jeans, with a backpack in his back. Threw a bottle of water in my face. Like, nice. Now you're going to knock him out. Like, I couldn't even see him. Nice, Velhinho. Now you're going to knock him out.
All right. So did you work out with Amaury when you were the teenager in Brazil?
No. Never. I don't. He wasn't there when I was America. Ave Lagoa at Brazilian Top 10. He wasn't there.
Yeah, he was still at the Carlson.
He was the Carlson still, right?
Yeah, he was still. He was like one of the last ones to leave.
When you knocked out Leopoldo, it was under a minute. What did Carlson say to you afterward? I mean, you finished this guy quick.
Oh, when? Oh, Leopoldo?
Yeah, Leopoldo.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Like that's the funny thing. I don't think I think the owner of the show, he wanted to make this fight, this rivalry, but even Carlson wasn't up for it, you know. After the fight, we went to the airport. We had like a 3 hours delay. So Carlson like got me in my arm. Hey, come here, kid. Let's take a coffee.
Oh my God. Oh.
Let's drink a coffee. I'm gonna talk about the Gracie family history. How they steal the house in Petropolis. I'm like, oh my God, this is really happening. Like, it was kind of crazy. It was nice. It was one of the nice experiences I had in MMA.
You fought in Youngstown. I saw this fight as well. You fought in Youngstown at Fight Fest 3 against a guy that was like 0-3 named Thomas Russell. So essentially your opponent left. This is another one where I saw this happen. Your opponent leaves and all they start asking, who will fight? Who will fight? And Corey didn't want to, the promoter, Corey Fisher, didn't want to hurt the relationship with American Top Team because he liked free fighters that were very good.
Yeah, very good.
So he offered this guy $1,000 to go in and fight you. Thomas Russell was his name. I remember this when he was going through the locker room talking to people.
I don't remember.
You didn't even care. You didn't even care. You didn't do any research on your opponents.
Sometimes, yeah, it happens a couple of times. They're changing fighters in the side a lot. Even in the Strike Force, they change it on the tournament. I was like, yeah, it happens. It was common to happen back then.
Yeah, back in the days, like that was normal. We were always talking about be ready. We don't care. Just stay ready. You know, whoever throws in, okay, good. Nice.
Okay.
I think that's why like George and I, some of the guys, we did good in tournaments. You know, you go there, okay, just go.
All right.
Fight.
So if you're watching YouTube, The Attitude, you saw Jay-Z. Hey, okay. You had that same attitude in person. It wasn't, well, let me go talk to him. Let me go talk to my manager. Let me go talk to my coach. You guys, yeah. Who cares? Yeah, we're here to fight. And
We're all the way here. Why not?
It was very intimidating. I
guess
Mike,
we made it.
Because, George, because they don't understand where we come from.
yeah.
All the dreams they had is like stuff they want to do. We're coming here and then now we're doing it stuff, we're living the life through fighting. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, we pray for
easy.
We have
It's
of this day. Nobody will pay her in Brazil. Us Brazil to leave, to get paid to train and fight. Come on.
Oh man. Justin Levens was your UFC debut. That was on June 28, 2006. I think this was also a last-minute fight for you.
Can't remember. I can't remember. I was thinking was coming back from Amsterdam too. I think from Holland. Was right on the time was coming back. Oh, he had some ups and downs. So crazy, man. It was crazy. What a roller coaster. Got him. Good win. Stood up Marco Ruas, right? Ruas Vale Tudo.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough opponent.
Man, his nickname too, the Executioner.
Oh, shit.
And then you see how he went out, man. That was fucked up.
That was bad.
MMA tragic story. Yeah. Justin Levens. Chris Lieben is your next opponent after that. This is right after the Ultimate Fighter Season 5. The only reason anybody is brought in to fight Chris Lieben at this time is to be an opponent. They didn't want to see him lose.
Oh, yeah. I believe that. We had that feeling that too. And we were testing. I don't think that's one thing we always have. I always have. It was you know what? Whoever they putting against us, we're here for this. You're gonna make it. Here's your shot. You gotta make it. We are not in the age of trading opponents, studying opponents, asking for opponents. We just have the opponents, have the chance to make our name. So I think that's how it was, and I think they tried to grow to keep on that stage, Chris Lieben too.
Yeah. But Lieben, it's not that he hit hard, but his timing was off because he wasn't fast. He was hard and it was just a strange motion. So.
And who could take punch? That big head.
Yeah. You hit him a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, it's part of the process, right? I think I lost that fight. And I had another bad one, I think was Alan Belcher.
Yeah.
I was very upset. Really considered stopping fighting after that. But I think right after I got my daughter, my firstborn. So everything changed in my life by that time.
Now, after Alan Belcher, I remember he was they were supposed to open a new gym, I think American Top Team Orlando.
Yeah.
And then they you were debating, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna stay there, gonna come back. I said, bro, what are you doing, man? Because I think you got cut from the UFC.
Yeah.
And I say, what are you gonna do, man? No. Just because you got cut from the UFC, you can't go back and what are you doing? Don't go. And then people, no, but 3 hours is not that far. I say, George, come on, man. You train, you fighting, you're not gonna drive 3 hours down and back. No, it's not realistic. And then he was like, not sure, my girl's pregnant, my daughter's coming, a lot of uncertainty. And then from nowhere,
got called.
Bulldog, got called. Then he shows up with another fight.
Bro, Bodog calls. So I'm working for Bodog at this time, and the Russian Red Devils. I mean, maybe people don't want to talk about this. We talk about mafia stories. The Russian influence of Bodog is something very rarely is talked about. I've been to Bodog events where it was empty, and I see a guy at the front door with just a mountain of money. All right, I need 2 tickets. All right, now I need 3 tickets. Okay, now I need 4 tickets. Now I need 1 ticket. And he's just emptying his pile, just getting tickets from like the front gate, and they were all Russian. All of them were Russian.
You bet. That was a funny one.
Andrei Semenov, fucking
Yeah,
Russian Red
so-
Devil.
Yeah, Carlos Diaz got me the phone. I was coming back from Orlando, I think, for like to meet the guys to open the gym. Hey, Mulata, he called me Mulata. We got opportunity here. They're gonna pay you this money for you to go to Russia to fight this guy. Like, fuck yeah. I have my firstborn. Called Jay-Z, like this is the last shot. And we flew there. It was a crazy fight. It was a really crazy fight. I'll tell you what. When the fight started, I'm in the mount. So this guy's mounting on me like, what the fuck he's doing here? For 5 minutes punching me. There's Andrei Semenov. Second round, knock him out. It was only Jay-Z and I jump in the fucking stadium.
And I was telling him, George, shut up, man, shut up.
Yeah,
Everyone was
shut up.
quiet.
Don't celebrate. Don't celebrate. No.
Look, George, he got the first round. The fight was going okay, and then he got dropped. The guy mount on him was like a punching him down the punch. The referee like a couple times was like a jump, almost like a stopping and saying, George, give it the arm, let him go for the arm bar. But George would go like this. As soon as the guy grabbed him, he would pull back. And the guy would let it go, the Semenov let it go the arm bar and pound again. And I was like, damn it, bro. And then the round ends, you know. George came to the corner, cross eye, like like where I'm at, you know. He came to the corner. I'm trying to talk to him, and like I said,
you see the birds. You see the birds over his head. Yeah,
what it was. No idea.
I had no idea what to say to him. You know, like what I do with this guy here. We did something that we do to press, to try to open up. He did, but from nowhere, I think God talked to me. Look back, and I was here. I looked to Semenov, bro. This guy. He was like on the chair like this, like the coach was there. He was like holding the rag. George was like up. I came out of George was here in my front of it. I look back, and I say George, look at me, look at this guy, and I move. George saw Semenov, bro. It's phrase like how mind works. George looked like a gorilla. As soon as he saw the guy, man, he was like this. And then he started jumping, start to and he goes back on the second round and knocks the guy out. I was like, holy shit. And then he starts screaming. Ah! I said, George, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. No, remember the locker room. They were tell him the walkout when we did the walkout. We come in the locker room.
Yeah, I remember that. This guy was.
Tell him.
This guy's. I don't know. Remember this guy's Mike? Like with dogs, they look like the skinny pit bulls.
The cops, the cops were doing security, calling us out. All cops.
With rifles, we walking in. They put my music on, and all of a sudden, this guy's coming like to go back. That we know we have to go back. I look at Jay-Z, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, no, I don't know. No worry. Jay-Z's like, no worry, wait. They changed the music. And
he was walking, he was in the middle of the walkout. You don't remember, but that guy has a pride, a good entrance. So he was in the middle of the walkout, and the guys send us back. And then they tried to change the music. And then they announced
they changed the music to the entrance of the Vladimir Putin, the president of Italy, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, what the fuck? What a mix. Like, man, no pressure.
They stopped the event for them to walk in, and then they sit in the front row. And then George goes and knocks the guy out. And then he starts screaming. I said, bro, that's no, it's not a good idea.
Okay. No.
That was fucked up.
And then how about afterward? Did they take you to the Russian ship to go party afterward?
Yeah. What was that?
Man, when I went, I saw midgets, lots of cocaine, and Africans in towels, like serving. It was fucking crazy.
Wild,
You
right?
saw, yeah, you remember the wrong stuff. I remember naked girls on the ceiling hanging
Yeah.
on the net, bro.
On that, yeah. And these guys, they got me in the room, in the table. We sat down with this, I believe it was a mafia guy with a bunch of girls. And hey, you choose 2 or 3. Have a drink. Like, I don't take no girls, no drink. I want to go back to America. Let's go. I've been forced to come here. I didn't want to come here at all.
No. No, and then like, oh man. So when I was there, we got into like a taxi and we said, hey man, we're going to like this restaurant. He takes us to like a house. And I'm like, man, this doesn't look right. Normally I would be like, man, fuck it. We got to run. We got to get out of here. But I'm like, let's just see what's in here. We sit on a couch. This person claps their hands, and all of these very tall blonde women wearing almost nothing come walking out. And I'm like, oh shit, this is where all the prostitutes are. And I'm like, they didn't look like they were there willingly. I'm like, no, man, I gotta go. I'm like, I want to go to a restaurant. I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
Russia's wild. Jeremy Horn, 79, 15, and 5. He, in 6 years and 40 fights, has not been submitted. It's 2007. Dean Lister, obviously of Abu Dhabi fame. Brother, you fucking hit him with a triangle, man.
Yeah. It was a very interesting fight because it was the first time I had Murilo Bustamante in my corner. And it was such easy fight because he keeps you so calm. He talks like he's on the side next to you, you know. It was a nice experience. Together, Pedro Rizzo fought the same night. It was a very
Jeff Monson.
nice. Jeff Monson, yeah. Good card, man. Good card. Yeah. Jeremy Horn, like, yeah, let's go.
What was Jeff Monson like?
Oh man. He's the craziest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. You know him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Michael knows everybody, man.
I love him. Hey, last time I seen Jeff, it was here in Florida at the gas station. I parked my car, like I think it was 3 or 4 years. I mean, maybe more. I think more, a couple of years ago, because he moved to Russia, I think, right?
Yeah, he's a citizen.
Yeah. Like, I think a while ago. I'm parking my car to get gas. I'm seeing this polar bear coming out of the car, barefoot, no shirt, going inside to pay for gas. Like, no, I'm not seeing Jeff. That's Jeff. And I'm walking to talk to Jeff. Then I got stopped because I heard a kid inside the car in the car seat. It was his daughter. Like, what the fuck? It's only Jeff. So I played with his daughter the whole time, and he was there for maybe 5 minutes. There comes Jeff. Oh, hey, George. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, I see you met my daughter. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm making company to your daughter, by the way. You left it open. Did you know that? You noticed? What a guy.
He's definitely not afraid of germs.
Nah.
No, like we've had several guests on say that, like, well, I had a fight, I put my clothes in the locker room, and then a little later at night, Jeff Monson hands me my mouthpiece. And he says, yeah, dude, I had to use your mouthpiece. I forgot mine.
Yeah.
I
seen one of those.
I was one like he won the Cage Warriors that he fought. We fought on the same card. The guy came like the ref came to do the check-in on him. Okay, where is your cup, mouthpiece? And he had no mouthpiece. And the guy was coming out of the cage. I don't remember the Russian, but the guy came out of the cage all beat up. A guy lost, and then Jeff goes like, "Hey brother, can you get the mouthpiece?" Hey. The guy gave it to him. Jeff goes like this, took it, shake it, passing the short like this, back in, go back to the ref, ready. Bro,
Oh.
that's
Jeff.
Jeff. That's Jeff. But there is so many other stuff. Like I remember the Big Brother. Bro, I have like so many
Oh,
stories, man.
oh man. No, Jeff is unheard of. We in Japan, hey, in Japan, I'm gonna say that, fuck it. We're in Japan. My debut in Sengoku. So I'm fighting. It was my fight, one fight, then Jeff fight. Jeff's fight. Jeff was fighting Josh Barnett.
Josh Barnett. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was my fight, one fight in the middle, then Jeff. I fought my first fight, happy as fuck, won the fight, coming back to the locker room. We had back then a striking coach from Morocco. Muslim. He's Muslim. Ali. Wali, Muhammad Ali. I'm about to get in the locker room. I mean, Liguori was like, with the hand, like, don't go inside. Like, what happened? Jeff is fucking his girlfriend.
Nah, Georgia tried to go inside and Liguori like, no, you cannot come in. Liguori, what the fuck?
Jeff wouldn't care. Jeff doesn't care. Yeah.
What's wrong? Like, I just fought. I have to take myself. And Liguori, George, you don't want to go there, man. Jeff is there. What's wrong? He's fucking his wife.
Yeah, no way, he's not fucking his girlfriend. He's gonna fight after this fight. Are you calling me a liar? Like, no, Liborio, but like, go inside. Bro, I went inside. They have those curtains, right? to divide the rooms, the locker rooms. So he was with his ass, he's showing the back, and fucking side with his girlfriend, big girlfriend. And he looked at me like, Jeff, what are you doing? He's like, hey, wait just a little bit. My Muslim coach just came in like, Jeff, what the fuck? He like, Jeff, the coach was trying to separate both of them with his hand. Like, no.
Like a
Jeff.
dogs. Like
yeah,
two
like
dogs. Like two dogs.
Fighting now. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. At the end of the night, Jeff fought, had a tough fight with Josh Barnett, broke his hand. And they're back in the locker room. Jeff Barnett giving medicine to Jeff for his hand. What a crazy night.
We had Jeff on, and like we have many stories of Jeff, and it was just like, hey Jeff, is this true? Oh yeah, that's for sure true. Oh yeah. He doesn't care. Like he does not bother him at all.
He doesn't care.
George can tell another one. Do you remember what he said to Howard Davis, the boxing coach? George?
Oh, yeah, it's just Jeff.
That's for you. That's for you to tell them.
No, man. Hey, that's one thing. Oh man, Jeff, man. No, I can't even say much. Fuck Jeff. Let's go.
Yeah, like he doesn't care. He's got no shame. Like he has brought his fiance into the ring while his wife was at home. He had girls' names tattooed on him while his wife was at home, and before he gets home, he's got to go to a tattoo parlor for a cover.
Yeah, you remember those days too? Yeah,
fucking crazy, bro.
I heard it. That's a Jeff.
That's Jeff Monson.
The good thing is that he says that. Whatever happens, like he's honest. He's completely honest. That's why we love Jeff. Everybody loves Jeff. I love the guy, man. He's amazing. Such a nice heart. You know what I mean?
And he gets naked. Like he naked protests. My ex-wife. We were in
who gets naked?
Columbus when him and Patapano had their incident, and he didn't get completely naked, but like. My ex-wife saw him, like, and she was just like, he's such a very big man, but a very, very small penis. I cannot believe how small he is. Why is he showing that off? He needs to cover that. Nobody needs to see that. This is a secret. Why is he telling everybody this? And I'm like, man, it's Jeff. You know, it's just Jeff. He doesn't care.
Everybody, that's how everybody say.
He doesn't care.
You don't care.
Dude, you had a super fight against Babalu, another legend in Naga. October 20, 2007, you had a jiu-jitsu super fight. against Babalu.
No. That's mistaken. Babalu, no.
For
No,
jiu-jitsu?
No, I had a guy from, it was a different guy. It was a wrestler from Georgia, Russia.
Did they switch the opponent?
Yeah, I guess they switched. I never had to fight.
Okay.
No.
Your Strike Force tournament, November 16, 2007. Sean Salmon is your first opponent. It's the first legal tournament in California. Brother, that Dutch kickboxing, go ahead.
He was working. He was on point. He was on point. And let me tell you what, they're supposed to have a Japanese guy. And that was Sean Salmon was a backup fighter. That's when they changed it right at the locker room. We with Benji from Seattle. Benji
Raddick.
Yeah.
Benji Raddick.
He read it. I was there where someone came to me, George, they changed the opponent. Like, what? Like a Shen Salmon. Then Benji looked, I know that guy. He's a wrestler. Then one guy said he's never been knocked out. And I'm like, maybe the first time is going to be today. And Benji looked at me, yes, brother, you're right. Like from that moment, like, okay, I'm going to do a flying knee. I don't care. Luckily,
okay. You see, you say flying knee. It's 24 seconds. But if you have to watch the fight because you're very patient. Like you didn't like throw it too fast, too soon, over aggressive. You were very patient with your flying knee, brother. Like it's very impressive, man. It's very impressive. Like Masvidal, he paid attention. Like what he did with Ben Askren, it starts right there. That is what planted the seed.
No, yeah, we always trained that. I think JC was the master of the flying knees. If you remember his fighting, yeah. But we always had us train.
I was trying to look who did the first. If I did the first, you did the first. When was yours?
November 16th, 2007.
2007, yeah.
November. So probably was right after mine.
Look at this.
Yeah, because of my.
We're going to check the date on that, Jorge. I think you might be first, brother.
I think I did.
Might, yeah.
First. Not as good as yours, JC, but
yeah.
Hey, but bro, you were the one who went first to Holland, because that's another thing. Like George was like they asked somebody, they need somebody to help the guys in Holland for jiu-jitsu. So George said, yeah, like okay, they sent him and went there. He eat the shit, eat some knees on the body, get hit, get beat up. He opened the doors for everybody else. So then after I came, he's like at the front runner, he's front of the line. Hey George, go there, help me out to open. He's the bigger brother, he's my bigger brother. So it's
I have used by the board like I remember that. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you go first. The boy, someone comes visit him, George, you go first. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, but all right. But the flying knee, mine was 2006, okay? So shut up.
Oh, he got it first.
So Sean Salmon, you know who's in your corner? Bigfoot, yeah. It was man.
Bigfoot, Benji Raddick, and Wali Muhammad.
Yeah, Wali Muhammad. And then your next fight, Trevor Prangley. Trevor Prangley, like, did you watch his first fight?
Yeah, he had a war.
And he had a thumb with Nico Vitali. Hit him with a thumb to the eye. And sometimes that's because, like, you're done. And if you get it, you win. You get it, you lose. And because Nico couldn't continue, they gave him the win.
I watched some parts because I wasn't back, like not trying to concentrate too much. But yeah, I remember that. It was I think it was the best. I think one of the best memories I had that was that night.
That Erik Nichol from Bodog gave you your belts. So do you remember him?
Who?
Erik Nichol from Bodog. When Miguel got fired from Bodog, they brought in Erik Nichol.
No, I don't know nothing about him.
Brother. The first time he came to Bodog, I was there for his first ever MMA fight. He never saw MMA ever in his entire life. 3 shows later, he's in charge of Bodog. 4 shows after that, he's in charge of M1. The dude, I don't know who he knew or what he did, but he fell in the right place. Yeah. Yuki Sasaki from Sengoku, that is your introduction. At this point, Alex Davis is your manager.
When I went to Japan?
Yes.
No. When I went to Japan, yeah, Alex Davis made that fight. But right after Motoko took over with negotiations with Liborio. Yeah.
How was Alex Davis as a manager?
I had good experience.
1 second, bro. I gotta go because I gotta teach, but I was just jumping. I have to leave. It was very good to talk a little bit, have some history, remember. And I gotta teach now. I have a training now.
Be good, brother. Be good.
All right, brother. Good to see you guys later, brother.
Yeah, you too. So Alex Davis, how was he as a manager?
He was okay. He was good. I didn't have much time, know him, much connection, talk. Everything was done by Dan Lambert, and he gave us some stuff to Alex Davis. Not all of it. Yeah, I didn't have much to talk with him.
You beat Yuki Sasaki by armbar. You're going against Logan Clark. Logan Clark is 12-2. You beat him by triangle. So September 28th is Logan Clark. November 1st is the 4-man tournament. Do you stay in Japan or do you come home?
No, we came home. That was a fucking crazy story because the guy that I was supposed to fight Strikeforce, that was these Japanese. His medicals didn't go through, so they decided to bring me into Japan to fight him over there in my first fight in Japan. Bad was then that I broke my hand. No. Yeah, fought him. Then I fought the other guy. What's his name?
Okay, yeah, Logan Clark. You fought
Logan Clark.
Yeah.
Back here, then I have to go back to the tournament. Yeah.
So you also started training at Ryan Bowe's gym with Antonio Nogueira.
Me?
You were in Japan for a little bit.
Oh yeah, when I was there, yeah. I used to come like 2 weeks before and train over there for a little bit, just to acclimate the jet lag. Was a big problem. I'd have to go like 3 days before the fight or 2 weeks before the fight, just to acclimate.
You started working out at El Tigre's gym too, at the Young Tigers gym in Miami.
Yeah, El Tigre, you're right. Yeah, that's when we could link with Masvidal. Then we started training together, and we started going to Japan together with Masvidal. That's when he joined in the Sengoku. So when Sengoku was me, Masvidal, and Bigfoot, and JC was on KO Heroes. Actually.
Yeah, he was over at Heroes.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, you didn't have the fame and notoriety that the UFC would have given you. You made a lot more money.
Yeah, I agree. If
I
I
had
had
more money.
Same exposure, I think he would. I have to agree with that. Yeah.
The 4-man tournament, Sierra Bahadurzada, you win, dude. You're in a 4-man tournament. In 1 minute, 10 seconds is your first fight. The locker room, when they saw you submit the guy in under 2 minutes, you want your opponent to have a very long fight, a very hard fight. Dude, you got in and out, bro. I would have been mad.
Hey, and funny because that position, that knee bar, we just trained at the locker room. Me and Jay-Z. I was with Jay-Z. I got his back. He stood up like, hey, you have this leg lock here. Bahad does very well. Let me show you. And then he showed me to me. Like, I tried once. Like, fuck that, Jay-Z. I'm not gonna never land this shit. Funny how life works, right?
And then Kazuhiro Nakamura. Dude, Kazuhiro Nakamura is a legend. Legend. You were down 2 rounds. Going into the third round, what was Jay-Z telling you?
I don't remember, but it was a tough fight. That one, I don't remember. We are so worried about CR, to be honest, because CR had a tough fight with the champion, the Sengoku champion, Kazuo Mizaki.
Mm-hmm.
And like, fuck, he was from Golden Glory by that time. And Golden Glory, no, what's the gym in Holland? From same shoe, that big gym.
Yeah, Golden Glory. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Golden Glory, yeah. Yeah, Glory is the show, yeah. So fight that guy. Kazuhiro Nakamura was just like, you know what? He's Japanese. He's going to last forever. But Olympic judo, he threw me in the air. At the end of the story, he was knocked down on the ground. He was bad. But they wanted, our theory was like they wanted so much of Japanese to fight for the belt on New Year's Eve. They didn't want to stop the fight. So short story, ground and pound. The guy broke his jaw. I broke my hand. And I have to bring it back to the New Year's Eve show to fight for the title. It was a crazy night.
So you broke your hand, and Nakamura was stretchered from the ring. Like they wouldn't stop the fight.
Yeah.
Which means
jaw. I don't know. Yeah.
If it would have went to the scorecards, and I thought you were losing the fight, but even if you were winning, it tells you wouldn't have won the fight.
Yeah,
you had to knock him out. You had to knock him out. If you didn't knock him out, you were going to lose. Yep.
That's the mentality when I get those fights in Japan. I had this fight in Japan. It's like I have to finish or I'm going to lose. And that's what I have the second fight.
Dude, Kazuo Misaki, he's 13-8-2. He's got wins over legends. Dan Henderson, Anderson Silva, and I think Landers. That might be. I'm going to look him up. Kazuo Misaki is a Japanese legend. I'm going from my memory. I think I might be off on that. He's 13-8-2. Brother, you were down in that fight as well.
That's what I'm saying. I broke my hand on the tournament. And a month, I think it was 6 weeks later, I have to come back to fight. That was the only chance I would have to fight for the title. Like, you have to win the tournament and come back 6 weeks later to fight. The whole camp, I was doing jabs, to be honest. If someone watched that fight, they could see that I was punching with my right hand and making face like, like fuck. But I never lost the faith that I was going to win. The last second, I got the chance to go to the ground and choke him unconscious and a couple seconds left, I think.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Dennis Kang, Dan Henderson, Phil Baroni, Ed Herman, Macaco. The guy's beat everybody. He's beat everybody.
Yeah, I think he was a Pride Bushido finalist when they had the tournament of Pride.
You went 3 for 3 in situations where you needed a finish in the last round, and you did it.
It did it.
Like, if you do it once, okay, maybe twice, okay, 3 times.
Yes,
that's different.
2000, yeah. Then 2010, I had to fight again with him.
Well, I remember like at Joe Rogan, listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was just like, brother, since this guy left the UFC, he's been on an effing tear. He went on a rant about your fights, bro.
Yeah, man, he was a good win streak right after then we got fight of the year of that
fight of the year, and then rematch.
Yeah, a rematch. Same thing.
Yeah. Fight of the year 2010. But in between there, you were supposed to fight Vitor Belfort in Affliction.
Yeah. A week notice, they canceled the show because something with Josh Barnett. But I was that excited for that fight, to be honest. Very excited. Because I knew he was already calling friends of mine to know about me. Like, oh, this fucking guy is scared. Like, I can't wait for fight with him. It was Vitor Belfort, but like, unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to fight. That's such a legend.
When you fought Kazuo Misaki in the 2010 fight of the year, you had Glenn Robinson with you.
Yeah, That's the first. That's when we met. That's how Blackzillian was born. It was, and that's the my wife was his secretary at the 2 company he owns, and he one of the Christmas party. I met him. She thought I was a fighter. I'm a fighter. Oh shit! And this he was a fan of the sport. He had a manufacturer in China. So hey, I'm fighting in Japan, and he was like, oh, so let me go with. Like, let's go with. He fell in love, and right after we decided to start Blackzillians.
So when you start Blackzillians, first off, how was Glenn to deal with? I know he's passed since then. How was he, like, as a person?
Very emotional, like driven by his dream of being a fighter, or he was a fan of sport. You know, we started in a good pace, but he just started like going crazy at one point. I didn't recognize he changed it through the years, to be honest.
Through the process.
Yeah. He was one guy and coming out of the shell more and more, and like, you know, dealing with exposure, be on TV. I think he fell in love too much with that thing too, and became his addiction. You know, get big, whatever it takes. And that was, I think, was the downfall of the Blackzillians.
He owned Jocko Clothing, a couple supplement companies. Was it difficult leaving American Top Team for the Blackzillians?
If it was difficult, no. So that's a good question. I don't know. I even thought you have something to do with the Alex Davis comment, because soon as when I went to Japan, nobody was managing me no more. So, and I got introduced to Motoko. So most of my fights in Japan, I was doing with Motoko.
So people at home understand, when you fight in Japan, you have to have a Japanese local work your fights. You can, even if you've got an American manager, you've also got a Japanese manager. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why. So my American manager, at the time, American Top Team was going through some difficulties and having good fighters coming in. It was at the time Hector Lombard got in American Top Team. So there was a lot of chaotic shit happening in the American Top Team when Erik Lombard went to American Top Team, and basically all my fights in Japan, I did contracts, who's supposed to go, and I was not even training anymore in American Top Team by that time. So by 2010, I mean, I was going to the American Top Team maybe once a week. All my other trainings I was doing with El Tigre in Miami, with Masvidal.
Imperial,
Jupiter, but nothing over there. Like, you know what? Look, I'm doing my contract.
Wait. Was this because Hector Lombard was in the gym?
Yes. He was such mess. That guy was one of the worst investments American Top Team made it. And they put all the coins on him. So many fighters they lost just because of him. Like, they just ignored the future of American Top Team is Hector Lombard. I was like, you know what? I'm dealing with my fights already. I'm negotiating my fights, paying my coach outside of the gym. That's the problem that I started having. Like, I used to pay my percentage, like for my striking coaching in Jupiter, like in Westbound. Another one in Miami, the strength conditioner with El Tigre over there. I wasn't even going to American Top Team no more. And I was doing my training by myself. I was like, you know what? Why? And I still giving the 20% check after the fight. So it was like, you know what? I think I'm done. I think it's time for me to see what's going on for me out there. Thank you very much for everything that happened. And because I did that, Jay-Z became my brother. He was like, you know why you leave? I'm leaving. Where are we going? Like, I don't know. and everything all the same. Yeah, I know these guys that I go drive all the way here and there to train. I can keep it up. And coincidentally, I met Glenn Robinson at the same time. Everything was at the same time. So at least the same Christmas evening party, who was there? Rashad Evans. So we had this time with Rashad and I talking about he's supposed to fight John Jones.
Yeah.
And they were from the same camp. So he was like, I'm leaving Jackson's. I'm like, I'm leaving the American top team. Let's start training. And that's how everything started mixing up. Jay-Z came. Vilefort brothers came together. Then Anthony Jones came. Then we found Michael Johnson, Cosmo Alexander, and we just, from nowhere, we started a team.
Dude, you guys had Gokhan Saki there.
Yeah, Gokhan Saki. We have so many.
Guillermo Rigondeaux was there.
He was there too.
What the fuck?
We had a dream team, man, at one point. We had Alistair Overeem when he was the guy. Man, so many stars over there, man. It was a good run. We went too big, too fast.
Well, you guys also here. For me, I'm sitting on the couch. You know, I don't know shit. But I would say when Mario Sperry went over and then left right after, I thought, man, maybe there's problems with people wanting to learn there. I wasn't sure. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah. They brought too many coaches. It was a very dramatic place. That's the downfall. There was a downfall. Too many stars in one place. Everybody wants to take the name of victories, and it was also the time that I start coming out of the Blackzillians. You could see me less and less, and Blackzillians, and until I pull myself out, because it changed the whole principle of the reason we started because the guys they just felt alone in other places. So we're okay to building a house, but with so many traffic and so much attention on that team at that time, then you grow too fast. Marty was there. Oh man, name it. All the best of the best, I think, was in that gym. Everybody wants to become Blackzillians at one point. Let me tell you what. Alistair Takuya. Let me tell what happened. Just break down with the show, the tough, why it happened.
Oh, The Ultimate Fighter. So it was The Ultimate Fighter that was filmed. 2015 of February is when it was filmed. Yeah.
Not only that, Glenn, then I mean, we had a lot of lawsuits for Blackzillians because of the guys that left American Top Team. You know, he was bleeding a lot by them. You know, one time when I think Anthony Johnson fought Phil Davis, I think in Baltimore. So we are there. I met Dan Lambert at the locker room at the back. Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up, bitch? Like, that was Dan. Like, no, but like a friend, he hugged me. Like, what's up, man? Blah, blah, how you doing? You doing your life? And I'm like, trying to talk to him. Hey, Dan. This thing going on, there's a bunch of lawsuits with Glenn, man. Can we stop with that thing? Like, he's like, lawsuits at their hands, him? I didn't even know that. I just told my friend to give him a lesson. I guess he's still doing his work. A week after that, we have like an hour conversation to try to convince this guy leave Glenn alone. Because I had a good relationship with them. I used to go to his house to train him in the morning. Me and a couple guys at his house just to train jiu-jitsu with him. It was a very tough motherfucker, by the way. Good black belt, real black belt, Dan Lambert. After that talk, 1 week later, Glenn called me, hey, you're not going to believe it. They want to make a American top team against Blackzillians. Like, fuck. So Dan was close friend with
Dana.
And it was like fast. When they brought me to the house where they was going to film, I'm like, holy shit. The producer, like, where's the locker, where's the training? Like, yeah, I've been here many times. I know. Why this is about it. It was a shit show, man. We won. But right after that, that's when we went out of business. He went out of business. Look at Glenn Robinson. He invested so much money on that show.
Man, all right. You meet a lot of people in MMA. Some good, like Jay-Z, guys that you can really relate to. And then there's people that come with a lot of money, but they might not necessarily be good people to begin with. You give them a little fame. Sometimes they start using drugs or steroids. I've seen more steroids because they want to be the tough guy. And you don't know who they are at the end.
Yeah.
And they just, you don't know who they are. Like, I don't know who you are, bro. I've seen it.
Yeah, they get missed in the journey, like the reason for like why we started one reason, now we just all lost.
That's fucking crazy. What about Malki Kawa? He was one of your managers too, was he not?
Oh shit, Malki, same. I mean, not mine. Glenn with him, then they got in the fight and they finished relationship between each other. Yeah. Malki Kawa, yeah.
He's another interesting guy. Yeah.
That's what. Let me tell you what. That's what my interest in MMA was done. Well, that's when I started. Like I stopped fighting, being a coach at Blackzillians, and start going to see behind the scenes. And so much thing is unfair for the fighters. Then I'm like, wow, that's how you guys treat fighters. And like,
yeah,
I was about to check out. I'm done, man. I mean, he tried to.
Would they use your reputation in order to get what they want, and then you don't even benefit from it because you wouldn't want to? Yeah.
You lost the cause. Like, why you guys change the plans? I'm here. We helped network. I mean, with Glenn Robinson, I helped tremendously with the network. He couldn't meet nobody until he started walking with me. And after that, he just make his way up and make his own connection, make his own deals and shitty deals. He helped a lot of people in his life. I'm gonna be honest with you. But he made a lot of bad decisions. A lot that was not. I didn't agree with. So that's why I left.
Okay. What about Mike Brown?
Great guy, straight guy, one of the best guys in the American top team. Be honest. Love that kid. He's capable to be the position that he's at right now. He's able to do that.
Danillo Vilefort.
So that's a friend of good guy too. That's why that one also the guys gave a problem. That's why we got lawsuits because we all left. When I left, Jay-Z left. I'm going with you. So Danilo left with all his three brothers. All fighters together. And Bigfoot. So I'm the fucking bad guy. I became the bad guy right away for American Top Team. But not because I didn't call nobody. Just like I'm leaving.
Did you get along with Alexis Villa?
Yeah. I didn't have problem with the crazy motherfucker. Crazy motherfucker.
So you guys were on that show called Miami Heat. It was like a YouTube show. Bro, it's so good, man. It's so good.
He was good. He was good, right? I know. Why didn't take up? Villa was so fun. And Jorge, oh my God. What a combo. Villa, Jorge, myself, and Jay-Z. Two couples different than the other. But it was a good mix.
What about Ben Saunders?
Ben Saunders, no, never had much contact with Ben Saunders.
Not much contact. Hermes Franca?
Hermes Franca, not much. Only at the beginning when I got here, but we never got along too. He was here before I got here in American Top Team. He was a problematic guy, always been.
Gilbert Burns.
Good guy, good friend. Still these days. Broke my heart when he fought tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was, and Kamaru won. I'm coming out crying the whole time, like fuck, Because Gilbert, when he got to America, my wife helped. We helped him so much. His first kid here, born in America. We helped everything. He was a good guy. Like even after left Blackzillians, Gilbert used to call me before his fights, not before, like couple months before he fought Kamaru. We're still in touch. He called me, hey George, they offered me this fight. What do you think? I'm like, oh yeah, let's fuck this guy up. Sometimes he used to come to my gym like with no time. Nobody was there. Let's drill some position, show me some stuff, and good guy. So yeah, I just saw him 2 days ago at the park with my kids.
How was Mike Van Arsedale as a coach?
Van Arsedale he has all good intentions. Just organization wasn't his best quality. That's all. But he ran some great camps for a shot. I couldn't see him running a camp for the whole group. The whole team. And that's when I came in as a coach staff. I was the one getting the guys separating by groups, like, oh, you guys spar with these guys, you guys spar with these guys, you guys come at this time. I don't know what happened in the middle of this thing. Van Arsedale days was over not too long, like half-life of Blackzillians.
Right. Were you there when Kimbo Slice was over at the American Top Team?
Yep, trained with Kimbo a couple of times. Good guy, good heart.
Is it true that the heavyweights there all wanted to fight him, and you almost had to have security there to keep the other fighters away from him?
Everybody wants to fuck him up, yeah. What was his hype about it? He's fighting the street, but has no technique. I remember first time training Kimbo, I got him on the ground. He had no idea what's going on. Like, man, he looked like a pit bull climbing all over my fucking place. Like, I got his back. He had no idea. So Liguori or Conan, I think, was just protect him against all the rest of the guys. Clearly, everybody could fuck him up. Like Wilson Gouveia by that time. It was like he did a half round with Kimbo. They broke it. No, stop. He's the superstar. You can knock him out. Crazy.
Brother, where you came from and where you're at, it's a pretty incredible journey. And it seems like that the people that were ahead of you, like the Liborios, like the people that, that paved the way prior to you, they saw something in you, like as a child, that they recognized. What was your home life like growing up?
Quite honest, like I had a black father and a white mother. I grew up in a nuclear power plant in Brazil. So my father was a firefighter chief. So fighting to me actually wasn't because of the money. It was just accomplished goal. And I think Boris recognized that. Like he's a go-getter. I had a reason. The only reason I started MMA because I wanted to be the champion of Japan. I wanted to be in Japan and be the champion in Japan. I didn't give a shit. Until these days, I never gave a shit about. I think Gesias called me a lonely wolf. My reason for fight is because I wanted to fight. I challenged myself. Was nothing to nobody, to the crowd. I never been a social media trying to get fans or doing interviews. That's why I think I'm always I'm always whatever happens. The big things happening, I'm there. But maybe I'm not the guy who get the big exposure because I never wanted the big exposure. But I was a go-getter. I was a good team player and very talented as a starter. So that's why Liborio brought me in. That's the main reason Liborio brought me in. Liborio was the guy who always testing me. Like couple months after I get here in America, I was taking wrestlers down in schools, wrestler schools or college, in high schools, and I knew we would be coming this way. The way to not see anything yet. You're gonna win a lot of stuff in your life. I'm a team player. I like to build stuff. I think that's my biggest quality, if that's what they saw.
Man, it's impressive, man. It's impressive. Man, Jorge Santiago, man, it's been an absolute pleasure, brother. I sincerely appreciate you coming out, man.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thanks for having me. You are true MMA journalist. You know everything that happened since the beginning.
In Miami, next time Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is in Miami, I'm going to see if I can get you and Jay-Z on the guest list again. Okay?
Sure. Hang out here for sure, man. Let's get you out.
Take care, brother. Be good.
All right. Yeah, brother.
Check out the full interview on iTunes, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms.